What's going on, guys? Hey, it's Jason and welcome to Our Missouri Yard. So it's been a couple weeks since I've done a video, maybe a little over a week. Got some stuff to catch up on. So I want to give you an update on how the grass is doing in the two areas that I refurbished a little bit. We've planted some flowers, brought some other flowers out. We've done a little bit of edging work and just show you what we got going on for the rest of the day. So again, welcome to Our Missouri Yard. Be sure to like the video, hit subscribe, and hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when other videos are posted. All right, so first let's give you a little catch you up on a few things. So last weekend, today's Saturday, April 27th. So last weekend I put down and used some more of the Green County products. Put down the Humic 12 again and put down the Microgreen, which is the micronutrient as a fertilizer. And I think next weekend I'm going to put down Green Punch, depending on how the weather is. If it's raining, I don't want to put that down because I want that to sit in on the leaves for about 24 hours before it actually gets watered in. But we'll see how that goes. Then, like I said, we planted some flowers and some other things. I have to show you the succulent garden up front, or in the three-tiered fountain, so you see what it looks like in the daytime, and catch you up on our different renovations we did. Here is the side of the driveway. Remember, I brought in all that topsoil and seeded it and put down the peat moss, and then I had like an inch and a half of rain that same night, same weekend, and I had a lot of washouts. So I put down more seed, put down more peat moss, and it looks like it's really coming in. I do have, you can still tell where the washout was if you come down to get the right angle. Some of it does need to be mowed, but the ground has been really soft and wet, and I didn't want to hurt the newest grass seed that's coming up, so I'm just holding off on the mowing. But there's still a little bit of the washout there, but the rest of it is really coming in really well. You can see the grass there. It just came in really, really well. Unfortunately, I'm dealing with some wild violet. Now, it looks like it does have a little bit of white on the leaves. That'd be the tenacity that's working. And at this point, I think I'm just going to leave it. I think because with the tenacity, I don't want it to kill it off and be white and have to wait several weeks and not sure how it's going to look on June 30th during the garden tour. So I think I'm just going to leave it green, let it mix in, and then address it this fall. Late summer, early fall. And we can come up the side of the house to the area where I put in the new retaining wall. We've had rain a few times. This back hose here has really helped with the washout. So we got this rose planted here. I guess it's a climbing rose of some sort. Maybe let Heather talk about that a little bit. Got a couple bushes want to plant yet. Got more roses. And I tell you what, yesterday we came out here and these things were wilted pretty bad. They just hadn't been watered. But we watered them good yesterday and they sprang back to life, looking really well. And then finally that rose there. Heather came out, as I've said in past episodes, Heather works best at night. For whatever reason, she came out and planted these flowers. All the little flowers here. I think they're impatiens, I'm not sure. Whatever those little yellow things are. Planted those, I don't know, I think she said she came out around midnight or something. Crazy girl. This is a newer section here too. This was an area that just wasn't coming up. So I seeded it again, put more peat moss down, and I'm hoping that it'll come up all right. The front yard's coming in pretty dark. Look how dark that's getting. Looking really good. Had holes. Like there was a hole there. You can see where the new grass is. It's coming in really good. Oh, here's the succulent flower bed. I'll give you a quick preview of it and I'll let Heather talk about it again. But it turned out really, really cute. These are perennial ground cover things. I don't know what they are. They just popped up over the last week or so. In this area where you remember it was dark brown, it seemed all dead, it's come out pretty thick too, coming in pretty good. I mean, it was in bad shape, so we still have new grass seed coming up through it, but look at that. You can see here the lighter, that's all new growth and new grass seed. That's the flower bed that Heather was working on in the other video. There's the front corner flower bed. Did some real quick work on the edging. And if you remember from previous videos, all these edging stones were used as a retaining wall previously where I built the new retaining wall. So we're repurposing them, and I think it's going to turn out pretty good. I'm not sure, well, one, it's getting kind of windy, so I'm not sure how the sound's going to do. But I'm not sure if we're going to go all the way around with these, or just go, you know, like to here or whatever, stop, so it's just the outside that is visible from the road, I guess. Then just leave a section undone, so that make sure we have enough to get around all the flower beds that we need to. Then go down the side of the road, and you remember too that this was all, I brought in a bunch of topsoil because we had two real low spots, almost like ruts up and down here. This is coming in really good. I've had a couple neighbors drive by and say that it's like, it looks like it didn't even do anything. It had grass pop up overnight. That's a quick catch up. I think Heather's going to come out and show you what she's had done as far as planting flowers and whatnot. Do that later. One of the projects I have today too, in addition to the front walkway, is these are all birdhouses. I think there's two more down here. Yeah, two more there. I'm going to put them up on the fence posts. Should be a quick and easy one. I started on this one yesterday. This is going to be a new flower bed. So I got the edging tool and got that out. An edging tool, if you're not familiar with it, is just a flat piece of metal. It's a half moon shape, where you just drive it in and then prop it up, and it makes a nice clean edge. So we're going to try to get, I guess I'm going to try to pick up all that grass out of there, and then bring in some extra dirt we have so she can plant flowers. And we're going to put the rocks in all around, filled in with mulch, that kind of thing. Alright, so birdhouses. Back to work. So my first dilemma. Got this birdhouse. Close that up. Put it down so we can see it. Okay, cute little birdhouse. Alright, got the hole there. And it opens up to clean out here. Okay. The cedar, looks like it's a cedar birdhouse. Comes with its own screw. Alright. The trick is, there's the screw hole. But somehow, I got to figure out how I'm going to, I don't know, you can see the hole back in through there. So I got to go through the entire birdhouse. And I don't think I have an extension for my drill that's long enough to do that. So, okay, I think what I'm going to do is figure out where I want to put it. Up here on the post. Looks like I'm going to have to get a ladder too. And pre-drill a hole. And then see if I can get it in, drive it in with a hand screwdriver. I don't know. Let's see how it works out. So first birdhouse I did, I just went through the motions just to make sure I got it right. So the second one, birdhouse I'm doing, basically what I did is, you have to excuse the neighbor dogs. So I took down, because basically, well, let me go back here. So we basically want the point of the house to be the top of the fence post. So take this, and hard to do one-handed. There we go. You can see the hole is at just about 3 1/4 inches. So that's how far down I need to come on the post. And this one, so the hole is 2 inches from that side, but 2 1/4 from that side. So basically I need to find the center of the post and then go over 1/8 of an inch. So if it's longer on, let me just thinking out loud here. So if it's longer on that side, I need to go that way 1/8 of an inch. I hope. So to the left left of center 1/8 of an inch. All right. So I came up here to the post. Get up here and came down 3 1/4 and marked my spot, and then so I actually turned off the video so I didn't get the measuring, but basically I've been said basically a lot, I've noticed, right? But what I did is found the halfway mark and then went over that way 1/8 of an inch and drilled my pilot hole. So now I need to get the screw and the birdhouse. Come back down and let's see, get this side of the birdhouse. You see the hole in there. Get the screw in there and get started. So you come out this side, give it a little bit of length so I can grab the hold of the hole. Alright, this is going to be difficult watching through the camera. I don't know what you can see here, but just trying to find the hole with the screw. There, I found it. So then what I'll do is just come through the screwdriver and my long handled screwdriver. Is it a long handled or long shafted? Not sure. Just drive it in that way. And there it is. You can see the tip of it's flush with the top. Oop, we got a little bit of a label there. And same way with that one. The sun might be messing with the video here, but same way. Working on the last bird feeder here. I got my little helper, Maddie. Ooh, slow down, slow down, slow down.
How?
Don't pull it back on the trigger so far.
How?
Oh, you got to push the pressure on it. You get lined up and I'll give the pressure.
Like
all right.
that?
Yep, now pull the trigger. All right, that's good, that's good. I'll do the top one. Take a step up, might be easier.
My sandals.
That one's gonna be a little more difficult. You got it? Hold on, stop. You gotta make sure you're in there. Okay, now, bless you. Oh, we're at a bad angle. Okay, I got to use a screwdriver on it.
Okay.
Can you use that one? It's super long.
Like that. It's funny. Here goes a screwdriver.
You need me to finish it up?
Yeah.
All right. Try the bottom one.
The bottom one? If I get it over butt.
Well, just see if you can get it tight at all.
Nope.
All right. I'll tighten it up and see how it goes. Thank you for your help.
Yeah.
Birdhouses are hung. We got 2 more down here. And all those plants and flowers, I'm guessing, are going into this flower bed. So it has been an extremely windy day today. Watering has been difficult because the wind is just blowing everything everywhere. The birdhouse that I put up over there, the watering can, it's fallen off several times. Our ladder is blown over. So it's been windy. But we've been working on this flower bed here back in the backyard by the fence under the nice big rosebud.
For 5 minutes.
Well, a little more than 5 minutes. But what's interesting is with this is the roots are so shallow. So it's making it really difficult to get the sod up. But I've had my helper here most of the time. She's been doing a good job. We've been using a pitchfork most of the time. I'll see if I can get Maddie here to take the video to show you. I'll show you how I've been doing it. All right, come here, Maddie. Come take the camera. All right. Basically, what we're doing with the pitchfork is just going really shallow, and then we can pick it up and put it in the wheelbarrow. Some of us where this longer grass has been really difficult. And like I said, we've run into a lot of roots. But that's all we've been doing. Tripping over rocks.
Shit.
We're trying to get all the grass out, and then we'll bring in some more dirt, put over top of it.
The lighting is really bad.
And then maybe tomorrow.
I can't even see your face.
Well, don't put it up towards the sun.
I'm
Keep your
not.
fingers out of the way of the camera too.
What she brought us, we'll probably have to plant today.
So it's actually Sunday morning. It is about 48 degrees. I haven't watched any of the video from yesterday, but it was just so gosh darn windy. I don't even know what was salvageable from it. So the sound quality could have been really poor. So I'll see what I can do, edit what I can, and see what we come up with. So one of the projects we worked on yesterday is cleaning out this flower bed. It didn't exist before, so it's a new flower bed. So we took the edging tool, went around the edge, made a definitive line, and then used a pitchfork to get up underneath the grass and lift it up. Well, grass was there, I guess you could say, and pull that all off. Now we're going to do some plants. This is going to be pretty much a shaded area. By the time all the leaves get on the tree and the angle of the sun, this is a shaded area, pretty shaded area. So we're going to go with mainly hostas and coleus and other shade-loving plants. I'm planning on getting that planted today. Gonna bring in some other dirt when we plant the flowers. My little helper taking the wheelbarrow back.
What?
I said my little helper taking the wheelbarrow back. Come on, let's go. Going up to the holly tree. She's still got a learner's permit, so I don't know how qualified she is to run that thing. Yep. So what we're doing some edging here. You can see I've already got some of it out. We got the line right here. We gotta dig some more out. What you want to do when you do some edging is you want to leave some depth here so that when you put mulch on it, mulch will have a place to go and sit and rest and not just fall into the yard. And this gives you a defined area for between the bed and the grass. I think we're going to try to use those edging blocks. They're not great because they're rectangles shapes. They're not great for working on a round flower bed, but we're going to see how it works out. We learned our lesson a couple years ago, I guess about a year and a half ago. When we started revitalizing all these flower beds, we thought it would be a good idea to put the weed barrier down, this stuff, and then to put the mulch on top of it and plant flowers and whatnot. But it's actually not the correct way to do it.
It's the wrong way.
It's the wrong way, like she says. And the reason for that is the mulch, especially if you get a different type of mulch than what we have here, in the double ground, what will happen is the mulch will decompose over time and get into the soil, and especially since we have this really hard clay type soil that just doesn't do anything, it just compacts. As the mulch decomposes, it will mix in with the soil and create a better soil. But also what happens is, what about the weed block area? So what happens is you put the weed block down, you put the mulch on top of the weed block, the mulch decomposes, then you have dirt on top of the weed block, and the weeds grow on top of that anyway. So it may help you for a year. It's a lot of work to get it all put down and whatnot, and then only to have to bring it up. So that's what we're doing now, is we got to get around here, got to rake it all up, and get all this fabric up. So the long work day is done. It's Sunday evening. We've worked on this flower bed and one other one. Got a lot of flowers and plants planted in there. Want to tell us what we got there, Heather?
Well, this is a newer bed. It was harder to dig down in that hard ground with being underneath the red bud. So decided not to put any annuals as originally planned. So those are all perennials. A lot of hostas, corbels, and ferns is about it. The rocks are not placed. I thought it was going to be edging, but Jason had other ideas on that.
Because Jason doesn't want to have to weed eat around them.
So we're still discussing the rocks. There's too many rocks in there that's cluttered. So.
She was wanting to do edging like this right along the edge. I've talked her out of it.
I'm not for sure.
I've talked her out of it.
I will see.